A lot of players think stable strat farming just means surviving the pull. That's not enough. What actually matters is whether the route stays controlled when things stop going perfectly. Before you start pushing greedier routes or trying to maximize pull size, you need a stable foundation first. This route is intentionally simple. 3 pulls, no resets, no engineering tricks, just controlled pressure and repeatable pacing. I use Turn Undead to begin the pull, then use Rank 1 Exorcism to collect the rest of the Service Gate packs. From there, the route loops right to grab another pack that we will use to social aggro the rest of this area on the way to the kill spot. The first kill position is built around line of sight. Once the pull reaches the corner, the mobs stack tightly enough for consecration coverage and consistent figurine healing. This is where the route begins to stabilize. Once the pull compresses into the corner, the sustain cycle begins. Seal of Wisdom helps feed mana back through parry hasted attacks while Consecration maintains pressure across the stack. I briefly equipped Force Reactive Disc to stack my Vengeance quickly before swapping back to my normal shield. Once Figurine is activated, the pull begins stabilizing. The second pull increases pressure significantly. More mobs means higher sustained potential once equilibrium is established, but it also increases the punishment for delayed positioning or movement disruption before stabilization begins. While moving the pull, I strafe instead of turning my back to the mobs. Attacks from behind cannot be dodged, parried, or blocked. This is the dangerous part of this particular pull. The stack is not stabilized yet, and the hamstring extends the amount of time I'm exposed to full incoming damage before sustained compression begins. I activate Figurine early just to survive long enough to reach the stack point. This reduces the amount of sustain available once the actual kill phase begins. Because stabilization was delayed, a large portion of the Figurine duration was already consumed before equilibrium was reached. The route is stable when the stack point is reached cleanly, but small disruptions before stabilization can completely change how defensive cooldowns need to be used. After recovering the second pull, the third pull becomes much more controlled. The mob count is lower, positioning is easier, and stabilization happens much faster once it stacks properly. Because positioning is secured cleaner here, we are stacked much earlier than we were during the second pull. Less exposure time during the pull means defensive sustain becomes effective sooner and more efficiently. This route works because the pulls are controlled, repeatable, and built around reaching stabilization consistently. The goal isn't just surviving large pulls, it's reducing instability and creating consistent runs.